So today I'm going to take our little talks about getting work in Vietnam a step further. These last few videos I've talked to you about the benefits of living in Vietnam, the disadvantages, how to find jobs, what to expect, the pay, where to live, cost of living. I've even showed you where to apply for different jobs, and I've given you the materials, activities, I've written the lesson plans for you. I've done it all. So you guys should be ready to get a job, but I'm still getting some questions sometimes. Where and how do I apply? So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to step you through the final steps of getting a job in Vietnam. That is how to write your CV, what it should somewhat look like, how to write a cover letter, and finally where you can actually job search, job hunt, and apply all at the same time on one website. All right, so we are going to be learning how to use this website. What this site is pretty much a job form. It's where you find work. So before you do this, though, you're going to have to obviously set up a CV. You're going to have to set up a cover letter and get all your credentials together. This is very important for finding a job in Vietnam. They're not going to hire you if you don't know anything. So the first part we got to talk about is the actual CV. I've been asked many times, what makes a good CV? And it really comes down to, do you sound like the benefit for the school? And two, do you have a picture on there? So I'm going to show you guys a great example of a normal CV. This is just a demo from Google, but it does highlight a lot of what we need to hear. Now, this obviously is not Von Don Nguyen. He looks kind of weird to me, him, right? CV, here we go. You guys can see, here's her picture, here's her name, May Prince. Now, what you want to have on any CV is your picture. It has to be in the top, usually by the left side. You kind of see that's where she has it here as well. This is very important to have this. The reason for it, most employers out here will not hire you if you do not have a picture on there. I know that sounds weird. Vietnam is a different culture when it comes to hiring you, but you do need to have your picture here. And you are kind of judged based off your picture. So my advice with this is take a good one. Don't take a crazy one you at a bar or at a party or something like that. Once you get that in there, pretty much the rest of your CV needs to focus on how you can benefit the school. So you don't want to, if your prior work was like you worked at McDonald's and fast food, let's say you're a general manager or a manager like fast food restaurants back in the States, you don't really want to emphasize that because that doesn't benefit Vietnam, the schools that are reading these. Let's say you did work at McDonald's. I think that's a great example. As a general manager, you're going to have to be training people. You're going to have to educate people on how to do their jobs. You're going to have to train managers. You're going to have to train all these people, right? Keyword train. I would focus your CV, focusing on the times that you trained people, how you educated people, how you benefited people. And this is the same thing, really. If you're in America, you can take the same advice. Your CV needs to be focused on the job you're applying for. I have seen so many people living out here in Vietnam, helping schools hire Western people, where I will get these CVs where it's 2-3 pages, and it's just of construction work or how they were stock traders or how they were janitors back home or how they were like top CEOs of firms. Like, nobody cares. Can you teach English or not? Are you good with kids? Are you certified? So make sure everything you put is in that respect. And as we see, her education, it's focused on childhood education. It's focused on language and literacy. It's focused on professional education, international school. That's a good word to have in there. And then you see here, her degree is science biology major, which is, again, education. And when you get down to the experience, it's the same thing, guys. The experience needs to focus on teaching, educating. If you have no teaching experience at all, this is your very first job ever, then you need to focus, like I said with the McDonald's example, when did you train at these jobs? And use that as how you educated other people to do the job. So let's look at hers here. What was her name again? Mary Prince. Early years leader, grammar school. So grammar school is awesome. If you worked at grammar school, Vietnam will love that. Led the team by early years curriculum. Monitor colleagues. You see, everything's about training. If I saw this, I would be quite impressed and into the garden, be like, I wouldn't know if she would be the teacher we would need, but I would want to talk to her. Be like, hey, it looks like you were a supervisor or something like that. How's your education levels? Why are you applying for a teacher? What is your 5-year goal? Stuff like that would come out. And then looking at her other job, all this out in Singapore, grammar school, plan and provided hands-on learning activities according to children's education needs. So boom, I wouldn't even have to call her. Like, I already know right here, hey, she can lead and she can teach. So this ideally should be what your CV kind of looks like. Have your contact information at the top. How you put it there is up to you. Make it easy to read, easy to understand. If you have a phone number that's not local to Vietnam, just don't put a phone number. Put your Zalo or your WhatsApp, whatever that is. Make sure you put something that's easily accessible for them. They can't be called international, is what I mean. So once you get that, your next step is you need a cover letter, which was this. Your cover letter needs to be short, sweet, and dedicated to the school. Do not do one CV for 6 different jobs. So I would have your basic contact information, which would be your phone number or WhatsApp or Zalo if you have it, your email address, and then that's kind of it. This is actually a good touch right here. You put where he's in. So he's currently in Hanoi, so that's good. And then again, your name, and then up here I'd put like English teacher. And then down here, your cover sheet. Now, what do you write for your cover sheet? I know a lot of people are probably gonna freak out, like, what do I do? I've never taught this job. I'm going to save you so much time, and I'm gonna teach you a life skill that you can take outside of this video and use it for anything else. We're gonna look at ChatGPT. So this is how we're gonna write our cover letter. So let me give you a breakdown of how I do this. I went ahead and started this conversation. Now, I talk to ChatGPT like it's my friend or it's my staff. It makes it feel easier for me to work with it. So I put, today I want to write a cover sheet for a new job. I want you to put yourself in the place of an employer that runs a school that offers English to Vietnamese students. Do you understand? And then down here it says, certainly we'll begin the draft for cover elite shedder, blah, blah. The next thing I put in there is, what are some things that would be looked for when trying to find a native English teacher? Can you give me a list of 10 examples? What this is this is looking at what the most common things are that schools would be looking for. The reason I put this and I give you this example is because you might not know. There might be things in this list that you're just like, I didn't think about that. That's actually a good idea. That's why you need to do this. So I put in, give me 10 examples. Once I got that though, great, this information will help me write a 3-paragraph cover letter for teaching position for school called XYZ. I want to express I can meet the needs of the school from the research above that we just looked for, and how my excitement to join the team and how I can benefit them. That's very important. And the students I teach. You have to prove to Vietnamese schools that you are a benefit. You will make them money. That's what truly matters. It's not the teaching, sadly. Please keep it overly professional and simple English. Remember, that's important, as we are writing this non-fluent English Vietnamese staff members. Certainly. So we get this letter. So I'm going to skip a lot of this, but it wrote out an actual cover sheet for me, right? And it left in like XYZ stuff I got to fill out, right? What you should be doing though is you should copy this result, put it into your Word document, and edit it to fit you. Change the information, kind of adjust it to make it more personal, and make this cover sheet sound like something you actually wrote. This is just giving you the outline and like 80% of the content. Change 20% of it and make it more about you. Make sure it hits a lot of these requirements we talked about, and make sure it has a call of action. So at the very bottom, it should be like, please contact me here. After that, and I put my own updates to make it more personal. Can you review it and give me your honest feedback and suggestions to approve it as if you were the staff looking to hire me as a teacher? Here's my revision. So this revision here should be this that you updated. Dump it in there, blah, blah, blah. It's to say, your letter is concise and to the point, which is good. Here are some suggestions. Now it's going to give you feedback. Then it might give you an example. It might not always. And what you want to do is you just want to go back and forth with this. So take this out, edit it up. So what do? You got your cover sheet, you got your CV. The last thing you gotta do is you gotta go to this website. It's VietnamTeachyJobs.com. This site's been up since like 2014, 15. It's got some glitchy, so expect some weird stuff happen sometimes. But it's a great site because it offers a lot of extra side services. They work with agents, and they work directly with, well, not directly with the schools, but the schools create their own accounts and they post their jobs directly. So once you get on here, let's find a job. English teacher, right? And location, where do we want to go, actually? Hai Phong is actually a cool spot to go. So we're going to go in here and look for here. And this is going to give us a bunch of job results in that particular area. And there is none except this one. So we're going to use this as an example. So let's go ahead and click this in. And this will load up the actual job. So we have Hanoi, Hai Phong, English teacher, elementary, blah, blah. Starts in July. So if you guys are watching this, you want to do it. Gives you their website. The salary is competitive, blah, blah. So here's where you'll get kind of like your benefits. It tells you when it's posted, the time of job is full-time, and it gives you a breakdown of what's going on. So 1 to 2 years, Australian, Irish, Canadian, New Zealand. So one's a native speaker. It sounds like Vietnam. Kind of breaks down what the school is doing, the title, qualification, so you know exactly what you need, what we offer. So these are like benefits. So you get everything. And once you finish, you're going to go ahead and apply here. I hope I blocked all this out. So you're going to have your name, your email, your phone number, your nationality, and your attachments are going to be these cover sheets and the CVs that you've already created. Now, with this website, this is a cool part. You can actually upload your CV and your cover sheet. Put all your stuff in here and then just send the application. Done. They will get your application. It'll go directly to them. If they're interested in you, they will contact you directly. You are done. And that is really everything you need to know on how to write your CV, how to write your cover letter, what it should look like, what's expected, and where to actually apply. So I hope this final video on this kind of like circle of life that we've done is giving you a great idea of what is expected and how you can find these jobs. So check it out. You got VUS, you got Cambridge, you got ILA, Horizon, Wall Street. We talked about that, good school. And you just have a lot of stuff. Like, let's just look, open 3 jobs, ILA. This is in Ho Chi Minh City. And this is all over Vietnam. So you're not stuck with just like Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi. So hiring part-time ESL teachers. So let's go ahead and click on this one. This kind of the thing that annoys me is it opens up new browsers. And the same thing, hiring part-time, range is up to $500K an hour, so it's like $20 an hour. What's required? Years, how many positions do they need to fill? So they need 10 teachers. Pretty much new teachers are fine, it looks like. What are they got? South African. So they're even considering like non-native and native teachers. This is what you need. Your degree, your TEFL we talked about, links are below, where it's at, type of institution. It's an English center. So you know you're not going to be teaching public, you're going to an actual building. Locations, why, it's about the school. And again, same stuff, what we offer you, what's required, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a bunch of other stuff down here. You just keep going down this list. So check the site. I put the links below for this site. Check it out. This is not a sponsored video. I'm not getting none for this. I like them. You know, when I try to find a job, this is the first spot I go. I don't go to Facebook. I don't go to Zillow. I look right here because these are where the schools are posting. And this is where you get the best rates, the best benefits. And you skip the BS and you get the answers that you need. You don't have to sit there battle with agents that barely know what they're doing. So anyways, I think that does it for today, guys. Let me know if you have any other questions. This should sum it all up. Check out the other videos on how to apply for different jobs online, like where these websites are in regards to like VUS, ILA, and all them. And if you need the activities, lesson plans, check those videos out as well. Links below if you just want to get the eBooks so you can just start doing this stuff tomorrow and you'll be good. So till then, guys, I will see you again